you launched a product and your ACOS is very high, you are basically paying Amazon to sell your product and you want to learn how to lower your ACOS. By the end of this video, I will teach you how to optimize your PPC, lower your ACOS. You can start making money with your PPC while being able to keep your product ranked at the top of the first page. And this is part 4 of our 4-part PPC Masterclass. And I want to show you how to go from 0 PPC sales to this. In my channel, I share genuine Amazon FBA tips and advice to help you gain financial freedom. So if you want to follow my channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for when I release a new video every week. Hi, my name is Robby. I'm a 7-figure Amazon FBA seller, and I want to share with you how to optimize your PPC campaigns effectively and efficiently. So right now, I only spend around 40 minutes per week on my PPC campaigns. This is for 12 products, and I want to show you how you can optimize your PPC campaigns very effectively and efficiently so that you're only spending 10 to 15 minutes per product per week. And if you haven't already, make sure you check the rest of the masterclass, the other parts. I'm going to be leaving that in the description below or above here somewhere. The last thing that we want to talk about is optimizing it, right? This is going to be really, really important. So what is important metrics for optimizing our campaigns? Clicks, conversion rate, ACOS, and cost per click. These are things that we're going to use to data we're going to use in order to determine how we're going to optimize our campaigns. So here are the steps for optimization. We want to recheck every 7 to 10 days. We want to generate the search term report. We want to sort the report by highest performing keywords and add new high performing keywords and eliminate any bad performing keywords. And we want to adjust and optimize our bids and repeat this every 7 to 10 days. We need to download the search term report in order to determine which keywords to keep, which ones to add. And you must wait every 7 to 10 days before changing anything with your PPC, because remember, we want to base all of our decisions on concrete data. So we need the data to collect over time in order to make any decisions. Okay. So what I want to show you right now is how to optimize our campaigns. So what I want to do with you is add new and remove eliminate bad keywords from our campaigns. So how do we do that? We want to wait every 7 to 10 days first before optimizing our PPC campaigns every week, because we want to let the data collect and we want to make decisions based on collecting the data. Like I said before, how do we do that? We can download a data report called a search term report from Amazon. What this search term report gives us is how all the data on how well or how bad or poorly our campaigns did over time. So how do we download the search term report? Where we want to go to is our account. We want to click on reports and click on advertising reports. Where that's going to take us is it's going to take us to this page, and we want to click on create report. So when we click for create report, we want to do all this. So sponsored products is what kind of ads we're going to do. Search term is good, summary is good, and then last 30 days is good. If you want, you could adjust this to the last week or last 2 weeks if you want, but I usually do 30 days. And you want to click on run report. What that's going to do is that it's going to take a few minutes for this to process, and it's going to give us a download link. Usually after like 5 minutes, if this doesn't pop up, this download link here, you can click run report again, and what it's going to do is it will say completed. So you saw after I click that, it did this. So you click here and it's going to give us a report. So all you have to do is click on this and it's going to bring us to our report here. If you like this video so far, make sure you smash that thumbs up for me. It really helps me a lot. I appreciate it. So this report, I know it looks very, very overwhelming, but this is a very, very important report on how we are going to optimize our campaigns and our products and everything like that. So this basically gives us all the metrics here. Over here is all the search terms, all the keywords, that we have in our campaigns. It shows us which campaign it is, and then gives all these other metrics here. All right. So first things first, what we want to do is we want to create a filter. This way we could go forward with filtering out the good and bad keywords. So you want to click this arrow here and you want to click on data and then click on filter. Okay, so when you click on filter, now we can sort everything by largest, smallest, and take away other metrics that we don't want.
before I explain each of these columns, we want to clean this Excel spreadsheet up so it doesn't look overwhelming because there's a bunch of numbers here. So there's a lot of things here that are just fluff and doesn't really help us when we are, let me make sure we're recording, when we are optimizing our campaigns. So I would remove all of this here. This is very important, the 7-day total. This isn't really important because we have ACOS, so based on ACOS, 7-day sales. So these are all pretty good. Click-through rate, this isn't really important, quite honestly. Yeah, the rest of these are pretty good. So impressions is how many people saw our product listing. Clicks, how many customers clicked on our listing. Cost per click is how much it costs every time someone clicked on it. Spend is how much we spent in the last 7 days or last 30 days or whatever report you downloaded. And then just gives us this last 7 day sales on how it does. And ACOS, you know what ACOS is advertisement spend divided by the sales. So anything, 30 and below is really good for the launch. Anything over 60 is bad. And then 7-day sales. So how many orders we had over the last 7 days. So what I want to show with you right now first is how we can add new keywords. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to add any keywords that are converting really well. So how do we do that? We go to here, 7-day total sales. So anything that has an order or anything that has a sale, we want to add it to our campaigns. So you go to, we want to do largest to smallest. So this gives us a list of all of the keywords that has an order. So you see here, 55 orders, and then all the way down to 1 order, okay? And then these are keywords that doesn't have any orders yet or any sales. So what we want to do is we want to take all of these keywords and we want to add these to our campaigns because these might be keywords that are winning keywords that we haven't found yet. That's going to drive us more sales and rank us more. The next step, what I would want you to do is manually go down this list to see if there's any keywords that just for some reason is not relevant to your product. And even though there's a sale there, maybe you don't want to add it into your campaign. Okay, so we'll go down this list really quickly. So carpenter, construction. So toddler music kit. This in mechanic. I don't know what mechanic baby, but when I think about mechanics, so it's like I don't know, mechanical engineering, mechanic tools. So maybe that's okay. But a music kit, that's not relevant to our product at all. So the next step you want to do to see if it's a product that is relevant to us or something that's worth adding on to our campaigns is look at the ACOS. So if you go down this list over here, during the launch, for me personally, anything over 60% ACOS is not good. So this is 75%. So I would honestly not even add this to our campaigns. Another metric that you could do is anything that's relatively high comparable to the rest of the keywords on this list is a red flag. So you see here, all these are like 25% and lower, 30% lower, but this is like triple. So this is probably a red flag that this isn't a good search term to add to our campaigns. So what I would honestly do is I would just, I'll make this red. So then I would just add this to our campaign. Okay. The next step, what we want to do now is we want to get rid of any keywords that are bad, right? And we want to get them, take them out of our campaigns so we don't keep burning money on them. So how do we do that? Instead of doing sorting this by largest to smallest, what we want to do now is click on 0 sales only. So what this is going to give us now is any keywords that has no sales but are spending money. And how do we do that? What we want to do now is check the conversion rate. So we want to go to clicks and sort by largest to smallest. And what it's going to do right now is gives us, how many times our product's been clicked on without getting any sales. And for me, I want to, look at the conversion rate. So for me, how I do it is anything that has 10 clicks and above, I will get rid of it from the campaign, or anything that spends over $10 and above, I will get rid of from the campaign. So because if you think about it, if you have 10 clicks and 0 sales, you're not going to be able to make a sale until the 11th click. So if it's 11 clicks and 1 sale, that's for every 11 clicks, you get 1 sale. So that is, if you do 1 divided by 11, that's how you get the conversion rate. That is less than a 10% conversion rate, and that's not good. So for me, anything 10% and below conversion rate isn't good. 15% and up is really good. So this is why I do the 10 clicks and up. Okay. The next thing you want to do is you want to manually. So these are our bad keywords that we want to eliminate, right? Anything 10 and above. But you want to also look at the spend, because if you look at this last keyword here, so yeah, it was 10 clicks, but the cost per click isn't that expensive, and it only spent like $7.40. So if you see that the keyword doesn't really look too much off from what's relevant to our product, then you can keep it there and just wait another week to see how it does over time, because maybe this keyword could turn around and be a good keyword, so you can keep it. Another way to manually filter out keywords is to look down this keyword list to see if, even though the spend is high and the clicks are high, maybe if you find a keyword or search term that is relevant to our product, maybe you want to wait a little longer to see how it does over time. So if you see here, you look down this list, baby power tools. So this is really, really specific, relevant to our product, the plush tool set. So even though there's 11 clicks here and it's spent over almost $10, I might actually leave this one alone, and I will leave this one alone, because like I would honestly want to risk a little more time to see if it does well. So if it goes another week and it's 20 clicks, but it makes like 50 sales, then it's good. But but by next week, if it has like 20 clicks or 15 clicks and it's still 0 sales and you spend $20, then maybe it's a good time for you to eliminate the keywords. Okay. So now what we want to do is, now we have this little list of keywords that we want to remove from our campaigns. So now I want to share with you and teach you how we could add these to our campaigns. So first things first, we want to go to our campaign. So how do we get there? We get there by going to advertisement and clicking on campaign manager. Where that's going to take you to is here. This is all our campaigns. This is over here is our portfolios. So each individual folder for each product. So product 1, product 2, product 3, product 4, product 5, etc. And over here is all of the campaigns for all of the products. So what we want to do is click on our correct product. It's going to take us here. So what this does is takes us to our individual campaign. Over here is a list of keywords for what we are bidding on and advertisement on. And here's all the data, right? You can sort it by 30 days, last 7 days, this week, all that stuff if you want. What we want to do right now is we want to add new keywords, new potential keywords, right? So how do we do that? We want to click on add keywords here. And we want to do this for an exact campaign and the broad campaign. So if it's the exact campaign, you want to do exact. If it's the broad campaign, you want to do broad. And what you want to do now is you want to do enter list, and you want to copy and paste the keywords here. So our keywords will go back to this largest. Okay. So these are all of our keywords that we want to go for, right? So copy this and paste it here. And then you want to add keywords. And then suggested bid, 75 cents. I usually do $1. So do $1. And then you want to go down this list to make sure that everything's okay with you. That like if this was like $5, that's way too expensive. I would actually drop it down to like $2, just for now. And then you hit save. I'm not gonna hit save because it's gonna add to my campaign. But yeah, and then you will have new keywords. Okay. So then you'll wait another week to see how these new keywords do. And then you'll do the same thing with the report and add new keywords and then eliminate keywords. So right now, what we want to do next is we want to get rid of bad performing keywords. So how do we do that? We want to click on this negative targeting. What that's going to take you to is this list here. So over here, you see this. These are all the keywords that you got rid of and you targeted negatively so that these campaigns doesn't target those keywords. The reason why we don't want to just archive, we could just click this and archive it and throw it in the trash bin, the search terms. The reason why we don't want to do that is because, so let's say for instance, baby towel is doing really poorly and it's spending a lot of money and you just want to throw it out. The reason why you don't want to just throw this search term from your campaign, you don't want to just throw it out in the bin, is because we will never have a chance or opportunity to see that any other search terms that this develops, like any of these search terms, if these will be winning keywords for us to add later on when we download the reports in a week or 2 weeks from now. Because remember, baby towel, the ad campaigns also run ads on all of these search terms, and even more search terms are like this. Okay, so that's why we don't want to just throw this out. Secondly, if we added this to a negative targeting search term, it'll stop running ads and spending money on baby towel, but it will still run ads on baby towel that fires on all of these search terms, and we will still be able to find out if other search terms and other keywords are winners for us, while stop firing and spending money on the search terms that aren't doing well. So that's the best way to explain it. And that's it. So what do? We want to click on add negative keywords. We want to click on negative exact, and we want to paste these keywords here. So we'll go to all of the keywords that we want to get rid of. It's these three here, and we will add it. Okay, and then you will hit save. And then you got rid of your winning keyword. You added winning keywords and you eliminated keywords, and you just do this over and over every single week moving forward with your product. Okay.
If you have any questions about how to optimize your PPC campaigns, let me know in the comment section below. I read all the comments, so I'll get back to you.
Next thing I want to talk to you about is raising and lowering the bids on our current keywords. Okay, so here are important notes, is that this is how, by knowing how to raise and lower the bids on our keywords, this is how we will turn our PPC into money-making machines. I want to note to you that this whole PPC process is going to be very confusing. You're not going to understand this while you're watching this class. The only way you're going to understand it is by actually going through the steps of this while going through the class and doing over and over again. Okay, so I need to note that to you. Here are important notes for you to know. ACOS is spend divided by sale. Break even ACOS is profit when your profit margin equals your ACOS. Making money is when your profit margin is greater than your ACOS, and losing money is when your profit margin is lower than your ACOS. So what we're going to do right now is that we are going to show you how to do that. So I have another video that explains everything. So I want to show you how to adjust your bids for profitability. This might be a little confusing, so I've tried to explain this the best way possible. So a good ACOS is anything under 30%. So I usually try to match my bids to match the ACOS. So for example, if your bid is $2 and your ACOS is 70%, it's really high. We want to get that ACOS down to 30%. So what I would do is I would decrease the bid in half. You know, if you divide this in half, that's like 35% ACOS. So I would divide this in half to make it $1 in hopes that the ACOS will also drop to half of this, which is 30%, which is our target. Okay. Anecdotally, if the bid is $2 and the ACOS is 15%, I want to get it to 30%. So what I would do is I would double this to make it 30%. So I would double this bid to $4 in hopes that I would make my ACOS 30%. Even though the ACOS is higher and you're making less profit margin, you're paying more money for a higher spot. So if the ACOS is really low, that means that this is a really, really good performing keyword. So we want to pay for a higher spot in hopes that we will get more visibility. More visibility equals more sales and more ranking. All right. So although your profit margin will be lower, you will get better ranking because you have more visibility, you get more sales. And then even though your profit margin is lower, you're going to make more money overall with it. So that's what's really important. With adjusting our bids in the campaigns, it's really confusing. So there's something called ROAS, which is return on ad spend. So just for you to note, a 3, just to make it really simple for you, a 3 ROAS is the same as 30 to 35% ACOS. If it's higher than 3, then the ACOS is low. If it's lower than 3 ROAS, the ACOS is high. So for your sake, anything 3 and above is good. Anything 3 and below is not good. Okay, so we want to be able to make our bids to 3 ROAS. All right, with this method that I just taught you. So adjusting bids, I'm going to try to explain this to you. So first thing is this: if you have 0 sales on a keyword, a search term, and you spend less than $10, I would just leave that keyword alone, because you spent less than $10, maybe in a few days, it'll spend $10, $20, but it'll get a lot of sales. So you just need more data to collect with that keyword. So let's try to find this here. So for example, this one, this search term here, right, only spent $5. So I would just leave it alone and wait for the data to collect a little longer for another week. And if it spends like $20 and then you get no sales, then you can eliminate it later. But for now, you just want to leave that alone. Second one, so if you have 0 sales and you're spending more than $10, that means your conversion rate is really bad. So there's 2 things you could do. You can archive the keyword, or you want to manually filter the key search terms to see if it's relevant to your product. Because although you're spending a lot of money, if you think that the keyword is very, very relevant to your product, you might want to keep it and just spend a little more time on it. So for example, first I want to say to you is that the campaign. So the campaign, here's all the search terms here that you're bidding on, and here's all the metrics here, okay, that's is for your advertisement. So what I usually do is I sort by spend, and then I look at all the metrics after this. So there are 3 metrics that are really, really important here: the keywords, the search terms, because you want to check for relevancy or not, the spend, and then the ROAS, which is basically the ACOS. Okay, so what I said here: 0 sales and you spend more than $10. So let's just say, for example, this keyword, this search term here, let's just say this has no sales. It spent $12.50, but there's no sales. So what you want to do now is you want to see if the search term is relevant to your product. So if it's, let's say your product is plush tool sets, and over here it's like, I'm trying to think, like music toys for kids, that's completely non-relevant to your product. So what I would do is I would just get rid of the keyword and not wait any longer. So you can click on here and you can archive it. And then later on, if this keyword, music toys, pops up in your search term report and it's showing that it does really, really well, you can just add it back on the list and it'll be okay again. Second thing is, if the product, the keyword is very relevant to your product. So let's say it's plush tool set and the search term here is baby hammer or something, baby hammer set. And even though the spend is $12 and you're not making any sales, maybe you just have to wait a little longer for some reason and to see if this word could start converting. So what I would do here is I would take this and I would deduct it by 20%. So if this is 20% of $2, that's 40 cents. I would deduct it to $1.60. So you're spending less on bids, you're going down visibility, but you might see if you can convert well with this keyword. So that's that. The next one. So if it's a sale, and you have a high ACOS, I would try to get all the ACOS down to 30%. So for our sake, we want to try to get it to 3 ROAS. So if the ACOS is high, remember anything below 3 is bad. So if this is 1.73, let's just say that we have to double it to get to 3. We have to do the reverse here. So remember, if it's below 3, it's bad. So if it's 1.73, we want to double it to 3. What we want to do here is cut this bid in half. So what I would do is I would make it 70 cents. But since 70 cents is really, really low, maybe what you can do instead is you can take this bid, right, which is a little less, like 20% or so, or you can take this bid instead, all right, and then we can work with that. So that's what I would do. So when you're increasing it to get to, when you're lowering the bid you would on hopes be able to lower the ACOS, because you'll have less people seeing this keyword and you'll have, you know, less people clicking on it, but hopefully you'll get sales with it and you'll be able to see if this is a good keyword without burning money on it. The next thing is a sale with a low ACOS. So remember, we want to increase the bid to try to get to 30 ACOS because we want to try to get more visibility. We want to try to get more sales and more ranking, even though we're making less profit margin by increasing the ACOS in the bid. This will help us in the end. So anything with a low ACOS, so anything that's above 3 ROAS, we want to bring it back down to 3 ROAS. That's just a black and white way of saying it. So for instance, let's say this guy here is 7.75. We want to get it to 3, right? So we have to cut it in half. So what you would do here instead is that you would double this. That's what I would do. So I would double this to 150, okay? And I would hit save. And that's what I would do. So yeah, that's really it. For something like this, you see that the ROAS is so high, that means the ACOS is probably like 2% or something like that. You can basically double the bids for it. But if we double this one, like $8 a bid, it's really, really expensive. So for something like this, I would just make it like 450. But if it was like something like this and the bid was only 50 cents, you know, I wouldn't have any problems doing like a $2 bid, you know? So that's that. And then any bids over time that, let's just say 40 days went by and this search term has no bids, no clicks or anything. I mean, no clicks, no orders. What you can do, because what's probably happening right now is that this keyword search term is not getting any visibility on any ads for that niche. So what I would do is I would increase this bid like 20%. So that's like $1. And I would increase it in hopes of getting visibility to see if this keyword is a good keyword for us. And you would do that for all of your keywords, okay? And that's it. All right, so here is some last notes. So increasing and decreasing the bids do not have to be perfectly at 30% ACOS. If you try to do it perfectly, you're going to waste a lot of time. So just eye it and just adjust your bids accordingly. There you have it. Now you have a full step-by-step PPC guide to help you reach to your success. I really hope that you learned a lot from this masterclass series. And if you're interested to learn from me on how to go from $0 to $100,000 with your Amazon FBA business very effectively, very efficiently, I do have a course that teaches you every single step to get there to make 10x more money while spending 10x less time on your business. If you're interested, I'm going to leave my email in the description below and shoot me an email there, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you haven't checked the rest of the PPC Masterclass series, make sure you do so. It's going to be over here, and in the description below. I hope you have a great week, and I'll catch you soon. Take care. Peace.